everybody's got their serious face on.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of like throw a few jokes around. And
yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to teach them a few things or tell them a few things, but yeah, it was really serious.
Yeah, yeah.
So, after seeing the presentation and meeting you, I was just kind of wondering, and I'm asking for a friend. It's for a friend.
I'm married, but I mean,
no,
I do appreciate it.
No, I'm just wondering, would you be able to make me a ninja? Like, if you wanted to, could you make me a ninja?
No, but I could make, but I could make you a samurai.
That's pretty freaking good. I think I can deal with that. My friend could.
And she was asking me just the other week after she saw a couple of your videos training the other gals, she kind of went up and was like, okay, maybe we could learn from this guy. A little intimidated at first.
Well, I mean, women's brain is a third the size of men's, and so I have to speak.
I'm like, yeah, wait.
Seconds again.
So I have to use smaller words and and shiny things when I teach. But
oh boy, here we go.
But I can get it. I can teach them.
I would really like to know. Could you cite your sources on that?
Yeah, it's called science.
Oh. Well, you heard it here, folks.
But yeah, she was curious about like what kind of piece would she need to bring to the class, what kind of stuff that she need to bring to her.
So I don't right now.
Okay,
I'm very green.
We can fix all that, but like that's a huge discussion. But basically, there's a balance. You have to pick a gun that you can live with, but that will also do the job. So yeah, it'd be great to have a shotgun all the time, but we don't want to carry that around. And so women want to dress a certain way. And it's like dudes, everything we wear typically has something to do with a waist or a belt or something right here. And women don't. And men appreciate that, don't get me wrong. So while I could get away with 1 or 2 holsters with every outfit I have, women typically need 1, 2, or 3 on-body carry options and maybe even an off-body carry option. So it gets a bit more complicated, the wider the wardrobe and things like that. So that makes the gun harder to pick for women. But at the end of the day, it's typically going to be something relatively small, but it still has to be useful.
Right. Like my biggest thing is I would want to find something that's comfortable to hold.
No.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it feels when you hold it. And people say that all the time. It's just retarded. Have you ever bought a car?
Yes.
Did you just sit in it before you bought it, or did you drive it? And that's the thing that gets me, is that they'll say, well, it doesn't feel good in your hand. Well, how a gun feels in your hand sitting in a parking lot has nothing to do how it feels when you drive it. A gun that you might have thought had a sharp edge on it in the gun shop or whatever feels great when you shoot it, and vice versa. This other gun that you didn't realize would pinch you every time you shot it. And so you have to judge the gun driving it.
That's really cool. I guess I've never thought of that.
Well, I mean, it's what I do.
It's kind of I'm a big deal. People like me.
No, most don't like me. It's a complicated question for anybody, but for a woman, it's twice as complicated when you talk about the carry methods.
So
I have a wife and 2 daughters. I've went through this for years and years and years.
What would you recommend as a carrying method? Like, what do you think is the best method for a female?
In your hand.
Well, okay, that's not as point blank obvious.
Again, when you say for a female, how is she dressed right now? And that's the question.
Most effectively.
Right. I mean, something attached to your body is better than something that's not attached. Like carrying off body, like in a purse or something like that, is like carrying on your body. If it was on a scale of 1 to 10, if it was a 10, a purse is a 2, but not having it a 0. So something on your body is always going to be better. Now that's where there's all different kinds of, like the flashbang holster. I'm friends with the girls that make that. It's a holster that fits under the middle of your bra, it snaps around it, and then there's all kinds of ones that look lacy and like our t-shirts and belly bands, and just a regular holster too, like the dudes wear. But there's 100 options, and the problem is, like, you have to buy them, and then you'll have a box of them.
Well, kind of. I have like 3 closets of clothes.
Yeah,
so
but
I
you
think
could you could potentially wear any of those clothes in that. You might buy these holsters and put them in that box and never use them because they didn't fit right. They didn't flatter you a certain way. They were uncomfortable.
Makes sense. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, before the internet, every dude had a box of holsters. But now we can sell them to other people that are retarded because of the internet.
Because of the internet.
Yeah.
Thank you, internet. But no, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, the good news is, women into the shooting arena is a rapidly growing segment. So, like, really, you could be the lady that goes, I don't like all these other carry methods, and you may invent something that is the next company.
You're kind of into that fashion design.
Pressure.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying,
kidding.
necessity's a mother of invention, and maybe you were the one that goes, hey, I got an idea for a better mousetrap.
That's actually really, really intelligent.
So do you feel a little gun shy about firing handguns?
I am. I'll be 100% honest with you.
But if you told me you weren't, you'd either be lying or a sociopath.
Well, just kidding.
You don't even know that shit. It gets really crazy.
But I don't know. I just when I go to shoot it, there's just something that clicks in my brain, and
Here's the deal. It's like these guys shooting these rifles. Like, they're laying down with this rifle, and they're about to press the trigger, and there's a bomb going to explode right by their face.
Yeah.
That's why.
It feels
That's
like.
what. No, that's exactly what's happening. That's why it's scary. You're setting off an explosion right by your face. It's supposed to be scary.
What do you think is the point when you start feeling comfortable? Is it just enough practice? Does something click in your brain? Is there like...
Well, I don't know what the exact answer would be because it's different for each person. But we have our fighting pistol class. This would be the class I would recommend anybody take from us first. And the most common adjective used by women after that class is empowering. It's almost like they're given a script and they say blah blah blah, empowering, blah blah, empowering, blah blah. I mean, it's like over and over and over. Because we don't treat you like a girl. We treat you like somebody that's going to be in a gunfight. People ask me all the time, like, why don't I do women's only classes? I go, there's not women's only gunfights, so I'm not doing that. And but I will tell you that sometime from the beginning of day 1 to the end of day 2, like the women in the classes, like there is a change as far as if they are apprehensive at first, they're like by the end of day 2, there's just this different look on their face of comfort and they're just at ease with it by then. And now that's about 750 rounds in 2 days. So if I had to give you a number, I'd say about 700 rounds.
About 750 rounds, you start to feel comfortable. That's pretty good.
Well, most people, not women, most people are not comfortable because they're not good at it or they think they're not good at it. And but I'll tell you, you're a lot easier trained than any dude in here because women and kids want to know how, and men want to know why. I'll tell you how in 60 seconds to justify why to a guy. If he has been doing it a different way, it could take hours.
Yeah, because now you have to tear down the ego and rebuild it properly.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how that deal works. Stupid Y-chromosome. Lastly, you looking forward to maybe heading down there and
Yeah, absolutely.
we'll get you guys down there. So it'll be fun. You got it. And it's something that is hard for, like, if you know people personally, like, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or something like that, and you want to train them up.
Oh, you
sometimes
can't.
It's difficult.
No, it's not difficult. It's impossible, and I will tell you to not ever even try that.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, it's not going to work. And here's the thing, mostly that I say, because the guys go, I try to train my wife. Well, what do you do for a living? And they go, well, I'm a whatever plumber. I go, so you're not a firearms instructor.
Yeah.
That's the
There's
problem
some
number one.
Yeah.
I think, and we're all kind of guilty of it. I mean, like most women think if you're a man, you should know about guns and defusing bombs and high-speed car chases and action guy stuff or whatever. And
Thanks, Hollywood.
yeah, and we don't, and so guys want to jump in the role. I'll tell you who I want to find are these guys. They do two things. Number one, they give these petite little girls these Magnum guns and they shoot. So I want to find
that ruins a lot of them right there.
I want to find them, right, and punch them in the face. Because they did it first. They hurt the girl, like physically hurt her, and then they put it on the internet and embarrassed her from the world. So there's two different things there.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I mean, especially if you know the gun. Obviously, she doesn't. So if you hand it to her and
they're
you know,
giggling before they hand it to her half the time too.
It's just
it's
the
pretty
malintent.
But she hits me, disassembles my leg. So I went to the doctor and he gave me a leg. Now she waits, it's no more just a dream and a pain. Oh, that she kills instead of leaving the name. No, she's a Minefield. She'll bite your body from your soul. Minefield, leave a big smoking hole.